So I was privileged enough to travel down to Dortmund with a group of people from Northern Ireland and attend the first GoFest in Europe, which was absolutely incredible. I was going to record probably most of my journey from leaving the house to getting to Dortmund, and I was hoping to kind of log my travel and stuff, because furthest that I've ever gone for anything that's purely Pokemon related. Here you go, this is my brief travel from leaving the house and being overexcited. Packed and ready to go. Let the Pokemon adventure begin. Take that, Leg and Rocket. Gym raid at the airport.
Hi.
I'll cut you out if you like, crunchy parsnip. We're gonna do a 3-man Groudon! Yay! There you have it. That was my overexcited short travel log of leaving home to getting on the plane to Germany. On the way, I met a wild Herwolf, who is quite a prolific player from Northern Ireland, and it was really cool to run into him on the coach. I got kicked out of my gym just as I was leaving and noticed it was him, and sent him a message saying, like, you know, you nearby or what's going on. He's like, are you on my coach? Oh, and I look back down the back of the coach, sat in front of him, and talked nonsense and did some trades, and I'm pretty sure the person beside me hated me. Slight issue in the airport with that Groudon. We'll not talk about that so much. On the plus side, when I came home and flew home, the airport was so full of Pogo players. If you jumped into the lobby, it would immediately fill with people. So I actually did my first weather boosted Groudon. It was really cool just to jump in and be accompanied by all these people. We just had an incredible time, and just to be amongst so many like-minded people and have such a great atmosphere was unbelievable. The Dortmund weather was beautiful. People are starting to recognise that it's an event that happens. Not everyone, mind you. We did have an interesting incident. When we left the park, there was a couple who just got married and they were using it for pictures, and the mother-in-law didn't look happy. So we think that they weren't big Pokemon fans and probably didn't appreciate having the Mystic tent in the background for their lovely wedding pictures, and having thousands and thousands of nerds walk out of the park behind them. But you can't win them all. That's the kind of thing that isn't going to be happening in 2 or 3 years, because they will know that you don't go near that park unless you're a Pogo player during the time. But I just think the park was ideal. It was wonderful. Beautiful park. Great size. They did so many amazing things, little touches with the biomes. Well, I got about 7 shinies, which doesn't sound like a huge amount, but they were all new to me. Well, I got 1 repeat, but it was one I got on the day. First of all, I got Nidoran Male, which I was really pleased about. Then I got Scyther, which was probably my favourite catch of the day. And I got my Machop, a Nidoran Female, and a Magnemite, and then another Machop and a Geodude, and it was wonderful. The really crazy thing though is obviously Slackoff was rerunning in Europe and driving us all nuts, but I didn't get a single shiny. And I did quite well our poor community day. I really wanted to bring back a shiny Slackoff from Germany. I thought that would have been nice. And people were moaning like, oh no, not another shiny. Like, I've clicked hundreds of these things and they are not going shiny for me. Can't win them all. So we arrived at the park pretty early. We did early access. So unknowns will wake up. I got all the unknowns. we, as a group, managed to get a very nice exclamation mark unknown, which I think was like 15, 10, I'm gonna say. I'll have to check. But it was very nice. The food was really good, and the queues, I was warned about the queues. I found they were really good. Me and my friend got a pizza, and we had to wait like 5 minutes tops. And when it came to the merch stores as well, I'd heard, oh, you know, the merch store, massive queue, blah, blah. We decided we were just going to get t-shirts in the end, which was good because they did sell out of like all the plushies and stuff. But I had heard you could get them online, so they weren't exactly exclusive to GoFest. So I got the t-shirt and I was really happy with that. We all got it in the end, and don't we look fab as a group? I think we do. Away we went, proudly sporting our Pogo t-shirts. There is this feel of this community and this feel like you're part of something that's bigger. And I think that sums up GoFest really well. Not just me, it's not just my friends and our community here, but it's a huge global thing that we're a part of from Northern Ireland. And we had incredible luck with who we got to meet. A friend from the group met Pokemon Master Holly and got a picture with her very quickly, and then that led my friend to go a bit mad and try and find her and run around, but there was no joy. He did not find Pokemon Master Holly, but I did point him in the wrong direction a couple of times just because it was funny. And then later on, a minority of us decided we were going to do the PvP championships in the Radisson Blue afterwards, and had bought tickets for that, which was really exciting because we're all quite into PvP. It was massive to be there. We actually thought Logan Rocket might be competing, but in the end, he didn't get past the Europeans, or maybe next year it will be Worlds. When we were there, when we were at the front of the Radisson Blue, we ran into Pokemon Master Holly again. And she was just there, chill as anything, and I pointed out to my mate, and my mate was just like, ah! And then we photobombed his selfie, which was good as well. So we went on to the PvP things, and we had a few drinks, and I don't know, we'd started drinking before, and the next thing you know, sitting down next to Mystic 7 when he's trying to make a video and going like, hi! And bless his wee heart, he was so good. And he does love me. Like, I mean, he pretty much said it in his video.
Such nice people here.
He's talking about me. I'm amazing. We did the PvP area. I'm annoyed because I had selected a team, and when we actually came to the battle, I couldn't find it, and I just went in with the team that was kind of there, and I thought, oh, that'll do. But if I had had my Sableye in, I probably would have gotten much better. I ended up having to fight a Deoxys, Cresselia, and a Lugia, so it's basically a case of, you know, 3 legendary Pokemon for the Great League. I was like, no. But the guy was amazing. I mean, I kind of wish he'd kept me as a friend. I think it was Sluffed, his name. And he was a TL40 trainer, had like 150,000 catches, nearly 30,000 battles, and like over 10k kilometers. Like, that was nuts. And it was really cool, I suppose, to meet such a prolific player and to play them. Even though I got knocked out, I was quite close. Considering my selection, I think I did really well. Bitterness. Got my free stickers, but I wanted so much more. I also had the most amazing flight home and met these 2 guys who, again, they didn't know each other. And we just talked about Pokemon the whole flight. I mean, I really love Pokemon, and I love finding other people that love Pokemon. I started playing Pokemon when I was 10, and basically I didn't know anyone else who played. I had a lot of female friends who did cards for a bit, but only for trades, and then it sort of fell by the wayside. My brother, I pretty much had to bribe him to do any Pokemon with me, and I did. Like, I'd be like, oh, we can play whatever you like, just as long as you know, play Red and Blue with me for ages, and we'll have battles and we'll do trades. And like, he was just like, oh no, this is sheer hell. I used to do the cards. I taught him how to play the cards, and he used to agree to play that with me sometimes. But that really was the height of my interaction with other Pokemon people. Before GoFest, my only experience of meeting anyone else sort of from the Pokemon community, other than the directly Pokemon Go stuff, was when I went to a Toys R Us event at 18 with my newly bought DS and Pokemon Pearl, and I met like 2 other adults who chatted to me about Pokemon. I was like, this is the best day ever. Just seeing, I think, the range of people that were at the park was incredible. General diversity of people and how they looked and where they were from, and it was just wonderful. It was just felt like this wonderful, accepting, like, Pokemon bosom, if you like. Really, really special. And if you're thinking about going next year, I would highly recommend it. I can't imagine not going back. I think I'm addicted now. It's a phenomenal experience. That I should mention actually before I just gush, because I will just gush about Pogo and about the event. There were connection issues. One of our group lost about 3 hours, which is a long time. And then I maybe lost, and a couple of other people maybe lost an hour and a bit, or the app wouldn't respond. There was also one very troublesome area of the park near the water, and I found for some reason the connection there just didn't seem to be as strong for me personally. They had given advice on how to sort of get extra data and get the rest out of it, but I don't think it was something I could really consider doing. We just had a really good chill day, as well as severe Pokemon hunting. It was just amazing.